Studio with me is entertainment critic Prince Chega to help us discuss that matter that, well, some think it's affecting the Ghanaian music industry. You're welcome,
Thank
Prince.
you very much.
So you've been watching this space quite closely. Is there anything like healthy rivalry?
Well, I should think it is out there in the West, but in Ghana, we don't have healthy rivalry. What we are doing is potentially dangerous, and we need to watch it carefully. Otherwise, there will be probably, I'll say, confusion in the system.
Why do you say it's dangerous?
You know, looking at the recent beef between Yapono and Shatawale, I mean, clearly, if you listen to the audio we just watched, you could see that, I mean, Yapono went all out to the extent of even saying, ladies, Shatawale has AIDS. Can you imagine the seriousness of that statement?
But Shatawale has said worse things.
Yes, but you know, some of these things are medical things, like somebody has HIV.
But
it is not
does he have?
something.
I mean, everybody will know that it's this one is they diss them body, so it's no shit that be true.
Well, somebody might not have that feeling.
Okay.
Somebody might think it's all true.
Okay.
In fact, people believe it is true.
Why do you think this happens anyway, this rivalry, which you say is unhealthy, the way it is done here in Ghana? Why do you think it exists actually in the Ghana music industry?
We are trying to grow. We're trying to imitate what we see in the West. And we feel that doing that in Ghana will bring about some excitement in the music industry, which is true.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes, it is a fact. Because the beef going on between Sarkodie and Manifest with EL, about Kaba and stuff, a lot of people were interested in it. I mean, it brought a lot of excitement. For me, that was quite healthy. The Sarkodie Manifest beef, for me, was the healthiest beef I've ever seen.
Why do you describe that as healthy?
They didn't insult each other. They just threw jabs at each other, tried to be sarcastic. Sarcasm
yeah, but
is
if you
better
tell me
than
that I wear Kaba, I mean,
like he's being sarcastic, like you don't have clothes, so you have to wear made in Ghana prints. That's what he was just trying to say.
That's like a daddy beach insult.
Yes,
you know?
fine. And
so
that
it's
is
still
cool.
an insult.
No, but that is more tolerable.
Okay.
You would agree with me than saying somebody has HIV.
Okay.
Being Nabu, your mouth they smell. You know, some of these other things, even between me and you and I, when you are conversing with a friend, or even a friend tells you you have bad breath, sometimes imagine how you feel. Then you go putting this in the song. And you know, Shatta over the years, even though he has a large fan base, has created enemies as well. So some of these enemies feed into some of these things and make a case out of it. I remember there was this guy, Apache. You remember this guy called Apache came out saying that he was in an affair with Shatamichi, that was Shatawale's wife, some time back.
I see.
And he was nearly beating at the Accra Mall. He had to report to the police. You know, this is where I'm talking about the danger in the industry, because the fans will react to things said by people against their icons.
Let's wrap up, finish on that, the point you made earlier about the fact, the why, the reason why people are getting into all of this rivalry thing. You say first it's exciting, it sells, and then why would they do it?
No, another thing too, it creates relevance.
Okay, so it makes you relevant.
That is so. Because after the Yapono and Shatawale beef, Yapono has gotten some good mileage. Now people call him, they interview him, and he's happy. And interestingly enough, he's trying to poke another one at Sarkodie, saying he's ready for Sarkodie. If there's any rap, he's ready to face Sarkodie. But I don't think Sarkodie is going to buy into that.
Okay, so are you in effect saying that Yapono had lost some relevance and was trying to gain relevance by, you know, unnecessarily picking up a fight?
Yeah, he has lost it. Honestly, after the beef, he's lost it again. Unfortunately, he didn't cash in on. It was a very brilliant opportunity for him to boost his career up. But after the Bein Abu song, we were expecting a club banger. We didn't hear anything. So for me, he's wasted that opportunity.
But what if he's made what he wanted to make and he's moved on?
What are you going to get from it?
Didn't he make any money?
No.
How do you know?
Out of beefing. Oh no, you just get some mileage. People like you, get some Facebook likes, get followers on Twitter, Instagram. That's all.
Well, maybe
it's
that's
about
why
the show. There's no business in it.
So it gives you relevance. It's exciting. People follow you, and then it sells.
It sells, of course. Yeah. So, but you need to cash in on those opportunities that it has presented to you.
Otherwise, that would be a waste.
That would be a waste. Yes. And the taking over song itself, for me, is a beef song, but he doesn't direct it to any specific person. But after the song came out, I was just looking on the web, and I found a very interesting headline. Forget Sarkodie, Shatawale has taken over. Then quickly I connected, wow, is this supposed to be a jab at his own friend Sarkodie? Because Sarkodie is the king in Ghana, so far as music and fans are concerned. But lately, it looks as if Shatta Wale has overtaken Sarkodie.
So, are we, but they are friends, right? Shatta Wale and Sark are friends.
For me,
so are we looking at a potential, you know, sort of healthy rivalry between Sark and Shatta?
I don't think Sark, knowing Sark, I don't think Sark would want to get into this. Because you can't say he's directed at Samini. Because Samini lost the title to Sarkodie a long time ago. Sarkodie took over Samini. Samini was in the helm of affairs. Sarkodie came, took over, and Sarkodie is considered the reigning champion until recently. That people are saying Shatta Wale is more in the news, he's more relevant, he creates more controversy, and Sarkodie is like at the back burner. He's very relaxed, he's in a comfortable league. You know, so if you ask me who is in a comfortable league,
the Sergeant Lee?
He is the Sergeant Lee. That is what I believe.
That would be a very interesting angle to take it from. But look at let's go back to the Shatta Wale Samini thing. Yeah. At a point, they came back to say, well, I mean, people tried to reconcile the two of them, and they were like, I mean, this is just a joke, and etc. Was it really a joke?
No, it wasn't a joke. It went beyond joking, because you can't beef for 3 years and call it a joke. That's not a joke. At least when you beef on air or sing songs, once in a while we must see you having fun
together.
But you never see them together until that peace concert that Shatta Wale came on Samini's platform to perform. And for me, at that time, Shatta was under a lot of bashing. And he did that for a hype. Trust me, Shatta did it just to be relevant in the news. That's because people talked about it. Hey, Shatta and Samini on the stage. It was news. And that is one of the strong points of Shatta Wale.
Wasn't it more for Samini? Because Shatta, you know, he was still out there anyway.
No, you know, it was like around that time there was an issue. Was it about Shatta Michi? There was an issue about his baby mama. I think she wore some dress
on the breast.
The flat fine. So he had to quickly come up with something to bury that story, which he effectively did. You know, so
that's
for
what
me,
you think?
That's what I think. You know, the game is so very tactical. You need to know how to play it in order to win. And Shatta is doing it very well.
Very well.
So I think musicians out there's something you need to learn from Shatta Wale. Despite all the controversies, despite his rude nature, he has something to offer. Because if he's in the lead now, that means he's doing something others are not doing.
Others are not doing, but people have raised concerns also about the language, because a lot of young people follow these people. Yapono, they follow Shatta Wale. What about the language? I mean, sometimes the language is quite...
In fact, that is true, but you know, normally the street guys don't talk about language. You know, Shatta Wale is a dancehall artist. And as a dancehall artist, his main fan base are on the streets. Their language is vulgar. They don't mind. It's we the DBs and the elites in society who say, oh, that is bad.
Really? Yeah. No, but if it's bad, I mean, our cultural values, etc. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
You imagine Shatta Wale's WMT, when they are playing it at a club or pub, when it comes to the insult, there is a chorus. Everybody in the room says it. So, are we on the same page?
I see.
Even some respectable people in society will say it because they are drunk, they're in the club, they're having fun. I see. For me, I think it's more of an indoctrination of the youth towards negativity, which is bad. That is a fact. Because right now, insulting will become an order of the day. After all, Shatta Wale does it and gets away with it scot-free. Nobody does anything to him. Recently, he was on stage, that Don't Go Bash, and he was poking fun at Shatta House. He factually told the fans out there not to entertain Shatta House if they come to Kumasi, and said very, very unprintable, in fact, unusable language. Go and something your mother on stage live, which is not right. And for me, the people in Kumasi did something very excellent. He asked them, go and do what? And nobody responded. He said it again, go and do what? And nobody responded. And I really like that, at least to show him that there are some discerning people in society who would not take kindly to such vulgarism.
Final word. Give a final word of advice to all of these beefing people, and how they can, like you said, you can cash in on it. If you don't, you miss the opportunity. What other advice would you give?
Well, for me, the most important aspect of what I want to say is about the fact that it could breed danger. It could breed danger, because Yapono said some very hurting things about Shatta Wale. If you notice, Shatta didn't continue the beef. Immediately he stopped. And for me, I want to commend Shatta Wale for that. If he had continued, we don't know what would have happened. And I think that we should be more careful. Remember Biggie Smalls and Tupac back in the US? It started as a friendly beef. It generated into another step after there was murder, you know, and there was another counter murder because people thought he actually murdered Tupac. That's Biggie Smalls. So for me, we don't want such things happening in Ghana. And we should be very careful when we are doing this beef thing. We shouldn't copy things blindly. We have our culture. We should stay within parameters.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming. Interesting conversation. It has been. Prince Chega is a showbiz critic, and he's been giving us some tips. Well, just